is our business meeting for July 23rd, 2024. The time is 2 p.m. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks and Duncan. Commissioner Matari has joined us by telephone. Please join me in a moment of silence. All right, thank you. Mr. Voller, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Are there any changes to the agenda? Okay, hearing none. Public comment. Okay, hearing none. I would take a motion for meeting minutes.
I move that we approve the meeting minutes, item F.
I'll second that.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, and I would move that we would approve the consent calendar items 2 through 4.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, and payables, please.
I move that we approve the payables for July 15th through 19th in the amount of $1,167,433.02. Well, it says total payables 4 cents, 6. Wait a minute.
Yeah, 1.19. Yep, there you go.
$1,901,694.04, and jury panel payments in the amount of $795.98.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye, I'll answer to anything.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 6 is a public hearing. This is for Ordinance 595, and it's an animal control ordinance. It's the amendment to barking dogs, and it's with our KCSO Animal Control and our prosecuting civil prosecutor, Pat Braden.
Excuse me. Pat Braden, Civil Deputy Prosecuting Attorney for the record. I'll go ahead and start, and then I'll turn it over to Animal Control. This would amend a section of our animal control provisions in the county code, specifically section 51110, regarding barking dogs, providing more specific description of the violation of excessive barking, howling, or other repetitive sounds, and also to provide specific exceptions to that rule. This amendment was requested by the Sheriff's Office Animal Control Division, and I agreed that it was needed because the current language could be susceptible to a finding that it's unconstitutionally vague, and that it would give law enforcement too much discretion in determining whether a violation occurred. So I agreed to draft, they actually drafted the changes, and I tweaked them and put them in ordinance format. It should be ready to go.
All right. Is it Ms. Osborne who'd be on the phone? Or
She's not on the phone. We do have a representative here, I think. No?
Nope. I don't see any representatives from Animal Control. Okay. Bruce, do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Bill?
No questions.
Okay, then I would call for anyone for public comment, either on the phone or in person, for or against this ordinance. Anyone here to speak for or against the ordinance? Okay, then I would take a motion to end public testimony and enter into deliberations.
I move that we end public testimony on ordinance 595 and enter into deliberations.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, I think this is reasonable, and if I'm remembering correctly, this was a member of the community who came forward and said that they were actually being the victim of false accusations. So I think this is a good change to the ordinance.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
It should be tightened up, and this is good.
Yes. So then I would take a motion to approve the ordinance.
I move that we approve ordinance 595, animal control ordinance, amendment re barking dogs.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Okay, ordinance passed. Thank you. Yes, you may. All right, item 7, no cost modification to agreement, and this is with Allied Weldery and our Transit Department. Mr. Engel, please.
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Chad Engel with the Transit Department for the record. We are seeking approval for a no-cost modification to the agreement with Allied Weldery on the fabrication and installation of the 2 bus stop shelters. These modifications are just small changes to the design of the shelter, and legal has reviewed and approved these.
All right, and like you said, it's a no-cost modification. Are there questions?
I have no question.
No questions.
Okay, then I move that we approve the no-cost modifications to the agreement with Allied Weldery.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 8. This is a financial budget item, and it's the replacement of the ADA wheelchair lift with our Transit Department. Mr. Engel again.
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Chad Engel with the Transit Department again for the record. So we are seeking approval to replace a wheelchair lift on one of our paratransit vehicles. Work will be completed by Golden West Mobility, and we would use grant number ITD 5339-2023, which is designated for the rehabilitation of our paratransit fleet. This was budgeted for the grant and will be no cost to the county.
Okay, questions or motion?
Will it handle a wheelchair as big as this?
It's a 1,000-pound capacity. Yeah.
No, it won't. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right, any questions, Bruce?
No questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
I move that we approve the financial budget replacement for the ADA wheelchair lift for the Transit Department.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, thank you. Item 9, board approval request. This is the Women's Gift Alliance grant in our Sheriff's Marine Division. Sergeant Miller, are you on the line?
Yes, good afternoon, Commissioner. Sergeant Ryan Miller for the record. Just asking approval for this grant from the Women's Gift Alliance. One of our volunteer search and rescue members submitted for the grant under the 501c3. Everything was approved, and an award check was actually written, so not the process we usually go by, but I was wanting to see if we can accept that grant. It did go through legal, Darren Murphy, and he didn't have any issues with all the paperwork.
Okay, and then as far as the switching back and forth to the 501, that's all been handled as well?
Yes, we are going to handle it more on the county side, not on the 501c3.
Okay. All right, any questions?
No questions.
Nope.
All right, then I move that we approve the Women's Gift Alliance grant for Sheriff's Marine Division.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 10, board approval request. This is for a 2025, so a 2025 GMC Sierra Marine truck with our Sheriff's Marine Division, and Sergeant Miller again.
Yes, Commissioners, thank you again. Sergeant Ryan Miller for the record. This is would be a new purchase for fiscal year 2025 using vessel dollars, so no taxpayer money for it. The truck, to order the truck, it's about $58,000 and some change. That would be, again, out of the vessel account from this year. I'm sorry, it would be the vessel account 2025 by the time it arrives. And then I would be asking, I'll come back to you when I have a truck build amount, and that's going to be RBS 2025, so that'll be at a later date. We wanted to get this approval first. Okay,
and then does this take the place of the one that's the backcountry that's listed in the budget?
No. This is a marine truck specifically, which is why I'm using vessel accounts. That other is a backcountry truck for backcountry purposes.
Okay, and then do you have one?
Two complete separate.
Okay, and then I think you have, that one's going to be the replacement, the 2016 truck is, I just want to get on the record that it's going to be for the seasonal Marine deputies.
Correct. Yep, that's going to become a line truck, and since it's getting a little over in age, and what it does is it relieves a 2009 that we're using as a seasonal truck right now. It's unmarked. It doesn't have any stripings on it. That's a really good truck to have as a spare if all of our other vehicles go down. This year we had it to where we had no other spare vehicles, so we're using the patrol cars essentially to get marine work done. It just didn't work. They can't tow boats. So it gives us a little bit more flexibility in that if we do find in the next year or two that vehicle's not working for us, the 2009, we would get rid of that out of our fleet, see if anyone else in the county wants it. But as of right now, it is something we're still going to hold on to.
Okay, thank you. Questions, motion?
Go ahead and make.
No questions.
You had some specific.
Well, I'm just going to make it really general.
Okay.
I move that the board approve the ordering of the 2025 GM Sierra Marine truck with the Sheriff's Marine Division.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. I'm just checking with finance. We're all good because we're just doing the ordering right now. Okay. Well, it's going to be out of restricted funds. So, Sergeant Miller, what is the timing on this? I mean, this is going to be after October.
It'll be after October 1st.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, he's coming back anyway with the build. So you'll need to come back when the invoice comes in for this as well.
Sounds good. Will do.
Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you, Commissioners.
Item 11, this is board approval request for QPOD security mesh proposal and our Sheriff's Department jail, and this is Captain Heil.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Captain Jeremy Heil for the record. I'm bringing to you a mesh for QPOD, our medical pod in the jail. This is to raise the railing on the second floor mezzanine from where it's currently out all the way to the ceiling to keep people from being able to jump off and attempt to injure themselves or kill themselves. The bid is $12,290. It is through CML, who is currently in the jail this week and next week replacing slider doors as well. This is to cover the manpower to install. Tom has already purchased the equipment, but this is for them to build it in his shop and then install it. And out of my jail overcrowding budget that was budgeted, I have $47,708.71 in that currently for this budget year. We are getting rid of that for next budget year for FY25 because we are no longer sending inmates out of county on our dime. We're transferring IDOC inmates to other jails. So we don't need that money, so I can use that money to put towards this project.
Okay, so as long as the motion is okay with that, is that good for finance? Oh, so this particular project, it's safety needed, so it wasn't budgeted for. It's $12,000, and he would like to use the jail overcrowding budget line item. Yes, correct.
Perfect. And it's jail overcrowding. It's I believe, the housing line item 8217.
Do you want that in the motion? Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Questions, motion?
I move that we
No questions.
approve the request for a QPOD security mesh proposal for the Sheriff's Department.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, so our next item is a board approval request for booking security mesh. And then this was taken out of the FY25 budget to happen now out of fund balance because of this security nature. So it looks like the bid came in under what was predicted in the FY25 budget.
Yes, ma'am. Captain Jeremy Howell again for the record. So we couldn't find two other companies to put in the bid. The other companies we reached out to the one company that put in the bid. So we went back to them and reworked instead of having a divided into two cells, just put a front with a door, so it's just the holdings where we currently have, and the price for that came in at $49,995.
Okay. And then I think we're just doing fund balance for this one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so again, security in nature, although it was in your 25 budget, on mine and Commissioner Matari's last inspection, we felt like it was needed this summer instead of,
And we appreciate that.
instead of 6 months.
Yes.
So. Okay, I think it's my turn. So I move that we approve the booking security mesh in the amount not to exceed $49,995 coming from fund balance.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
All right, item 13, this is a bid opening for FF&E for Justice Center, and technically it is a RFQ, Request for Qualifications Acceptance. So I'll read these into the record. Looks like we got two. So the first one is from Creative Office out of Spokane Valley, Washington, and it was received on time. And the second one, although it looks like four, it's all the same. This is from Contract Design, another place out of Spokane, Washington. So I would entertain a motion to receive the RFQs.
I make I motion that we receive the RFPs.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 14, board approval request, Kootenai County Fair Booth, and this is Commissioner Matari.
Yeah, this is something that we discussed before, and apparently there was a lot of receptivity to a number of different departments in the county, and they were able to fill the schedule by having a table right next to elections. So elections appreciates the fact that if someone will be there, then they can step away, use the restroom, or what have you. And likewise on the other side, if no one is in our table, then they could be there to answer any questions. But it was something that we were able to fill the hours, and the people who opted to fill those hours were very excited about the idea of at least being at the fair and engaging with the community.
So what is the proposal on payment? Are we okaying a certain amount of being requested, and were the other elected officials involved aware of that as well?
When you say payment,
so are these employees going on the county dime? Are they going on vacation? Are they flexing their hours? What is your intent for these employees?
well, the intent was for them to be there, obviously during working hours, with the exception of, I think there was some flex time on the weekends, but during the week it would be during the normal hours.
Okay, so you propose that county employees who volunteer for the fair booth just get their regular pay?
Well, I don't see how we can get around that. If we're going to have people there to be able to talk with the community, then yes.
Okay, Bill?
I agree.
All right, so do you want to put a cap on it, or they can just work as much as they sign up for?
Well, I think that there was 2 shifts, an 11 a.m. to a 3:30 p.m. and a 3:30 to an 8. So obviously it's not meant to be abused, where people can have unlimited overtime or what have you during these hours. So I would like to have the department heads minimize any overtime or anything like. I mean, obviously we shouldn't have overtime, to minimize so that it does not disrupt the normal workflow within the departments.
Okay, so no overtime, doesn't interrupt normal workflow, and maybe just one shift at least per day.
Well, there's two shifts set up, an 11 to 3:30 and a 3:30 to 8.
Right,
So,
but two separate people would fill the two separate shifts, or you're thinking one person can fill both?
well, I was thinking of one person per shift, because an 11 to 8, I mean, I guess that would be a full day if they wanted to do that, but that would be up to the department head.
Okay.
I mean, community development was the bigger recipient of this. We have some noxious weeds. We have juvenile probation, detention. They all wanted to participate, and then some with the sheriff's office.
Okay. Yeah, I see that community development's on Friday, Saturdays. So.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to make it
Yep.
clear because these are the devil in the details questions that I always get asked by department heads and employees. So I will take a stab at it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's fine, and I would like to at least have a chance to talk with any department heads if there's anything that's not clear, because, you know, what it really is it's an intention to have an opportunity to engage with the community, but not something that can be used as a benefit or to take advantage of, you know, hours or additional pay or anything like that.
Okay. So I move that we approve the request for the Kootenai County Fair booth, and I assume there's a document that we'll have to sign with the fair, the contract. And employees can sign up for one shift, not using overtime and not affecting normal operations of their department.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 15, board approval request, and this is change event 042, and it's David Mendez is handling it, is with the Justice Center expansion. Just push your microphone. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So this was a design contingency, and it was for the casework additions from the shop. And the amount was $12,331.93. Does that sound right? Okay. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the request change event number 042.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. I'm going to call for public comment as our last item is an executive session. So public comment on the phone, on the internet, nowhere, no, in person. Okay. Then I would take a motion to move into executive session.
I move that we enter into an executive session in accordance with Idaho Code 74-206-1F.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. And I'll call you back, Bruce.
Thank you.
I will move that we exit executive session.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, and I called for public comment, so 2:30, meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
How about that?